All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. A salutation and much love to you, Akim, out there pushing out this word in truth and sincerity. And I just want to do a quick video concerning these thermonuclear missiles, which are going to utterly destroy America and other parts of the world. Okay, and yes, nuclear missiles are mentioned in the scriptures. All right, now don't get simple. It's not going to say and thus the ice and the intercontinental ballistic missile came. Don't be a simpleton. All right, this book, the Bible is written in parables. All right, dark sayings, because what ultimately it's only for the elect. All right, so let's go ahead and just go straight to Revelation 9 and 15. And the four angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year for to slay the third part of men. All right, the third part of men is talking about the sons of the wicked, which would be Esau. All right, the Edomites, the wicked. All right, and those four angels, you go to Revelation chapter 7. It says, Revelation 7 and 1, and after these things I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor the sea, nor on any tree. All right, so that those four angels that were prepared, they're holding back those winds. Okay, the winds that are gonna it said that verse Revelation 7 and 2, and I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, and he cried with a loud voice to the four angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, so we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. So those four angels, all right, are the ones holding those winds back. All right, and ultimately the Lord's going to loose them when the 144,000 is completely sealed. Okay, fully persuaded. But what are they holding back? What wind is it talking about in that first verse, Revelation 7:1? Well, let's go to Jeremiah 51 and 1. Thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babylon, and we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachak Wadash, that Babylon is code word for America. All right, modern day Babylon is here in America. Against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind. So that wind that those four angels are holding back is a destroying wind. All right. Just okay. Verse 2, and it says, and will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land. So that destroying wind is going to empty the land. What's going to do that? Those nuclear missiles, ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missile. All right, that's what's going to cleanse this land. It's going to utterly empty it. All right, for in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifted up himself up in his brigandine, and spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her hosts. All right, so those missiles are not going to, you're not going to be able to pay off the missiles. All right, those missiles are not going to have pity, sympathy on nobody. Okay, let's see. Let's get this other precept, see if I can find it real quick. Bear with me 1 second. I'm trying to remember where it's at. Might not be this chapter. All right, here. This is Isaiah 14:23. I also will make it a possession for the bittern and pools of water, and I will sweep it with a besom of destruction, saith Yahweh of hosts. All right, well, actually, let me read up to 20 to 22. All right, well, 21. Fuck it. Isaiah 14:21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers. Hey, well, the Lord got the ultimate judgment. All right, for America, of all the things that they've done to us, to the chosen people of the Lord, the Israelites. All right, mainly Esau, of course. All right, they have to pay for what their fathers did. All right, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers. They do not rise nor possess the land nor fill the face of this world with cities. For I will raise up against them, saith Yahweh of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith Yahweh. I will also make it a possession for the bittern and pools of water, and I will sweep it with a besom of destruction, saith Yahweh of hosts. And that besom is a sweeping agent, man. And what's going to do that is the sweeping agent is going to be those nuclear missiles that destroy and win, that Jeremiah 51 said. All right, and also Revelation 7, those 4 angels are holding back the besom of destruction, the besom, besom, All right, so let's go back to Revelation 9 and 15. And the 4 angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour, and a day, and a month, and a year, for to slay the third part of men. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. And I heard the number of them. All right, so there's going to be 200 million missiles. All right, that's going to get shot up into the skies, man. And they're going to ultimately, utterly wipe this place off the face of the earth, man. Okay, America, a.k.a. Babylon, that great whore, the great city, the mother of harlots. All right, it's going to be destroyed. This is a future prophecy that John the Revelator saw. All right, he actually saw the nuclear missiles taking off, coming out of the silos. All right, coming out of submarines, being shot off from planes, whatever. And then he ultimately saw them hit this earth. Okay, verse 17. It says, and thus I saw the horses in the vision, and horse just is symbolic for power. All right, because those missiles are very powerful, man. Russia got ICBM that holds multiple warheads, 15 to 20, and each one of those warheads could destroy the whole state of Texas or the country of France. Just one warhead. All right, that's power right there, man. And them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire and jacinth and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions. Because what do lions have? They have power in their head, man, because their teeth. All right, and out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone. That's gonna be the nuclear destruction, man. Okay. By these three was the third part of men killed by the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone which issued out of their mouths. So the third part of man, Esau, Edom, is going to be destroyed ultimately. His whole society, all right, his whole way of living, his philosophies, is all going to be destroyed when these nuclear missiles hit. And not every single one of the Edomites is going to die, obviously, because the elites, they're going to be the first ones to go into slavery, as Psalms, 149 says, all right, to put their kings in chains. Matter of fact, let's just get it. This is Psalms 149. All right, it says, and I'm going to just get to the point, verse 8, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. So we're going to put their kings and their noble ones into the slavery. So they must make it past those nuclear missiles. That's why they're building these bunkers, deep underground military bases. They're trying to go into space, set up space stations, hotels up there. They're trying to do everything in their power because they know ultimately there's going to be nuclear destruction. All right, verse 19, for their power is in their mouth and in their tails, because their mouth is where the warheads are. All right, where's your mouth? Your mouth is on your head. All right, and the head contains the warheads. Okay, and the tail, what is the tail? Is the propulsion system, the one that takes the rocket, pretty much, that takes the warheads up into orbit, takes them out into the atmosphere, takes them to the heavens, and then they come back down. All right, verse 9 again says, for their tails were like unto serpents, and had heads, multiple warheads, and with them they do hurt, and indeed they will hurt. Okay, let's get a description of why and how they will hurt. Okay, Zechariah 14. Zechariah 14 and 12. And this shall be the plague. All right, this is going to be the plague wherewith Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Whereas all the main people that fought against Jerusalem is here in America. All right, but throughout the whole world, obviously. But, the main oppression was here in America, Babylon the Great, where spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. All right, the worst captivity ever on the planet over here on these Americas, man. Done unto the children of the Lord, the apple of his eye. All right, so it says, and this shall be the plague wherewith Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem, their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. So you know what? Let's get that word. Your skin is gonna consume away as you stand upon your feet, meaning you're still gonna be alive when this happens, and it's you're gonna feel it, because you when you're dead, you're not standing upon your feet. All right, I never seen someone that was dead able to stand up. Okay, so let's get that word consume. See what it says. Maquak. It says to decay, pine away, fester, molder away, to cause to rot, vanish, dwindle, consume away, be corrupt, dissolve. There we go. It's gonna dissolve, to melt. There it is. It's gonna melt. Your skin's gonna melt off your flesh while you stand there, while you're alive. All right. And then it says, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes. And it's probably the same word. Let's see. Maquak. Maquak. Beautiful. So now we have the understanding that your eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. So your flesh, your eyes, your tongue is all going to melt while you're alive with that when that destroying wind comes that the four angels are holding back right now. All right, when the Lord gives them the go ahead, all right, they're gonna let that wind go, and that besom of destruction is gonna what? Melt away your flesh, your eyes, all right, your tongue, and then ultimately you're gonna poof. You're gonna disappear, man. You're gonna go turn into dust. That's how intense that heat's gonna be. All right, and these plagues are really the weapons of the Lord. Okay, that's the weapons of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai that He set up from the get go. This is Isaiah 13:4. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as a great people. Because remember, in Revelation 9, it said it was 200,000, man. A great multitude. All right, great people. A tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Yahweh of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven. All right, so what? These missiles are going to be shot from the end of the country, a far country, the end of heaven, man. They're going to be shot off from the other sides of the world: Russia, Iran, China, India, North Korea, and the EU nations. The United Nations. All these countries are going to shoot missiles upon the whore, according to Revelation 17. Or is it 18? Let me check that out real quick. I don't want to misquote it. I believe it's 17, the very end. Yep. And then the woman, yep. So the 10 horns, which be the EU, they're going to shoot missiles upon the whore. All right, so let's go back to Isaiah 13. You could read that Revelation 17. Let's say they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, because what? They're going to be shot to the heavens, and then they're going to come down. I believe that's somewhere in Second Esdras. They shall not return. I'll get that. It says, even Yahweh and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Okay, so these weapons of the Lord's indignation, that righteous anger, is going to destroy the whole land. Mainly talking about Babylon. All right, America. All right, verse 6, how ye, for the day of Yahweh is at hand, it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. So Kahala Yahweh Shema Shah, He gonna destroy this place, and it's gonna be his destruction. All right, his righteous anger. What is that? Shall not return. Oh, so. Okay, see, remember we read that this is the plague, as like Zechariah said, these are the plagues that goes upon all them that have fought against Jerusalem. Okay, this is the second Ezra 16, and I'll just get to the point. 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrow that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Right? They're not talking about arrows, archery contest, man. It's talking about these nuclear missiles, which are in the shape of an arrow, man. They actually look like missiles, arrows. And the military has a term when a nuclear missile goes missing, they call it a broken arrow. All right, verse 14. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon earth. Because what? They're going to leave earth. They're going to go into the atmosphere, and then they're not going to return until the warhead's detached from the rocket, all right, the propulsion system, and that's when they come back, and they're going to hit their coordinates, all right? And they're not going to miss according to Joel chapter 2, all right? The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. So this is, once them nukes hit, man, it's gonna keep burning and burning until it's utterly consumed the whole land. And it's gonna be a long time till that fire dies down, and then the smoke gonna rise. All right. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. So these missiles, they're gonna hit their marks. There's no return address on them. All right, they're going to the destination and they're gonna utterly destroy it. Okay, and then one more precept. Going back to that, the weapons of the Lord's indignation. Oh, well, perfect. We'll start at 23. This is Jeremiah 15:23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations? And that's America. The hammer of the earth. Who goes around telling people what they can and can't do, putting sanctions on people? All right. Just being the hammer, the power of the earth. The one that everybody fears. But now everybody's coming to find out that America is nothing but a bunch of bullshit liars, man. And a bunch of assholes, man. And everybody's calling Esau out for it. All right, because Esau ultimately runs America and the whole world, the wicked. The Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right, but America is their spirit, the head of the spirit. Verse 24, I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware. Thou art found and also caught red-handed. You've been caught red-handed. All right, because what? The prophets of the Lord through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, we're bringing out all your history, the atrocities you committed unto us. All right, we're making you bear, man. All right, because thou hast striving against Yahweh. Because what? They strive against Yahweh himself, not only through coming up against the prophets, but blaspheming him. All right, blaspheming against him. All right, taking up the Bible and trying to say that it's your book. This is the book of the land. You know, you swear your presidents on this. So, but you completely go contrary to the Lord. You give homosexuals rights. You do all these unrighteous decrees, man. That's why you're coming up against the Lord. And ultimately, that's why Yahweh Shema Shai is going to utterly destroy this place from coast to coast. All right. Verse 25, Yahweh hath opened his armory and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of Yahweh, the Most High of hosts, in the land of the Chaldeans. All right. So the Lord bringing these weapons of indignation. That's his work. All right. It's his will. So, Mawath Lababal, Mawath Lababal, Mawath Lababal. All right, and Kwam Yasharala. Shalom.